Yeah, it is streaming, but only on YouTube. We'll make that happen. That's fine. Hey everyone, hello, hello. It is Aya. Welcome to the YouTube channel for Women Lighting the Way. So in case you didn't know it existed, yes it does. And you can absolutely subscribe to it. We will love it. So this is one of the short lives that we're supposed to go live on Facebook, but for some reason the machine does not want that today. So I'll share it as a recording on Facebook in just a while, but we are live on Facebook, on YouTube. So what I'm doing is I'm doing these short lives with every speaker from the Women Lighting the Way 2025 edition of the summit. And today I'm talking with the amazing Mare Cromwell. Hi, Mare. How are you?
Hi, Isaiah. I'm good. I'm thrilled to be with you.
Awesome. So this weird lighting, I look like I'm glowing, which is basically because there's not enough light in my room. We'll have to go and make do with that. So the way we do these is I have two questions around one general theme, and the big general theme of the summit, as you know, is story. Our story is the way we tell them, the way they have impacted our lives, etc., etc. So I created a bunch of questions and then I shuffled them. And so they go two by two. I have a more serious question and then a lighter question. And the idea is that both of them are around the same theme. So your theme, shuffled completely randomly, is ta 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 ta. I didn't even read it beforehand. It is joy. Joy. So we're going to see what if that rings a bell. So the first question is, can you find in your life when joy arrived unexpectedly at some point in your life, whether as a child, as a teenager, or very recently, something that was maybe in a moment that joy was not supposed to happen?
You know what comes to mind, Isaiah, is I was a park ranger in Alaska at Denali National Park when I was in my early 20s. And I had no idea when I took on this position, and I was like low rung, like, the most, tiny park ranger at the basic role. But long story short, I had no idea that when I would go on these hikes, and these were like couple-day hikes with a really good friend, we scheduled it so that our days were off at the same time with our shifts. I had no idea how much joy I would experience hiking in that land, on the tundra, in the wilderness, and the amount of joy that the land gives off, really, the plants, the
I love that.
animals. It's such a short growing season. The snows stop in the middle of May. They start to return in the middle of August. And so everything is so vital and vibrant, and the sun doesn't set in the middle of summer. And it was just this amazing bliss experience of being out in the wilderness where it was untouched. There was no civilization unless you got back on the park road. But that's, to me, I had no idea. And
I love that.
sometimes when I would be in the dentist office and I would be in this point of like, oh my God, they're about to do like something really painful in my mouth, Novocaine and all that, and I would take myself to backcountry hiking in Alaska in my mind, just shift my consciousness to blissing out there.
I love that. There is something I keep in my work. I keep insisting on get out. Basically, get out of your house, go outside, connect with the land, etc., etc. And I know that in Europe, where I live, and where I spend most of my time, it's not the same land because we've been here. The humans have been here for millennia. I mean, literally, I'm Greek, so we know the Greeks have been there for millennia. And the land is not wild. There is wilderness, but to an extent. There's definitely not that much wilderness as I have experienced when I went to the US, for instance, where you've got these huge national parks, even in Maine, US, let alone Alaska. But these huge national parks where actually, literally, you might be walking where no other human has walked for a month or 2 months or even ever. And I'm like,
Mm,
this connection indeed, brings goosebumps just to talk about that. The amount of
mm,
joy of being connected with that
mm.
raw wilderness. It makes me a little jealous.
Oh, I mean, I have a friend who just put a book out on sacred forest bathing, and she spends a lot of time in the old growth forests in California, Northern
Mhm.
California. And she talks about the mana, M-A-N-N-A, the energy of the land, the energy of the trees that is so primordial and powerful
Mm.
and spiritual. It's deeply spiritual. And
Yeah,
that's the joy
yeah,
energy. And it's different, it's slightly different characteristics wherever you are, but yeah, Europe's different because
no,
it's been cultivated for so long.
yeah. It's been, we've been around. We've kind of, roamed the lands of Europe. For me, the next best thing, if I stay in Europe, is either to go in remote parts of Europe, like the north of Scotland, the Highlands, or some weird parts of the middle of the Peloponnesus in Greece, which is pure mountains and there's bloody no one because it's dry,
Huh.
like you can't
Wow.
imagine. Or it's the water, the ocean, because the
Mm.
ocean is still completely wild. So there's this, every time and the ocean is 2 hours away from me. So every time I just go into the ocean, I feel this connection to something that has been here for so freaking long. And that
Mm.
despite our best efforts to try and destroy it, is not
Mm.
letting itself be destroyed. So, but I'm Alaska is on my bucket list for sure.
Go.
At some
You
point
have
or
to
not.
go.
There's
Make it
so many
happen.
places that I have to go. So, thank you for sharing that. The joy in nature is
Uh,
um, powerful, I think. Now, my next question is more of a silly question. So, what silly little thing never fails to make you grin? Is there something that maybe in your house or maybe that you pass through, um, that makes you smile, and that brings this feeling of joy? Because I believe that joy is actually energetically, it's a very high vibration. It's
oh,
just
yes.
below. It's just below love on Hawkins's thingy of the vibrations. I don't know how you call it. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
always
yeah.
impressed that it's so much easier to find joy than it is to actually to be in joy than it is to actually be in love. Because being in love is sometimes complicated, but being in joy, you just have silly things make you laugh, and there, poof, you've got the joy energy. So, is there something in your life that you have like this?
Well, first of all, I want to say that you don't know this, but at least 10 years ago, I had this idea of launching a roaming and informal center for sacred silliness because we need a lot more silliness in our lives.
Yeah,
And silliness
we
is
do.
really high medicine. I learned that from a Cherokee teacher I was with for 14 years. So I'm really thinking what makes me laugh, what is silly. And you know what I'm going to share is that I have a really gifted Dutch friend who is a remarkable nature spirit mystic. And he and I have this running joke thing where we send each other clips of videos and really crazy, silly, stupid stuff. A lot of times it's on Facebook. It's not always on Facebook. And and actually, just even thinking about the man, I smile because he's
Hmm.
total fun. He's half elf. He really is half elf, and that's what comes to mind.
That's cool. That's cool. I have my son in a similar fashion. My youngest son is always sending me these little stupid video clips that make me laugh, and
That's great.
I think that's really important that we have this. I'm very grateful for him actually sending those even daily or multiple times daily, because the smiling thing is, and I'm talking about not just the lips smiling, but the whole of the body smiling.
Hmm.
It's so important. And the reason why we smile is not important. So if it's a silly kitten falling off a roof, makes you laugh, same vibration,
Oh,
right? Or if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
something really profoundly, joyful, as long as the energy of the joy is there, it doesn't really matter. I was thinking also that there's an easy thing. Just behind you is a laughing Buddha.
Oh, you
That's a
see
nice
him.
place.
Good for you. That's Bodai. Yeah, he's the Japanese
So,
version. I call him
yeah,
that
he's the
name.
smiling one, isn't it? So,
He is with a big belly. I rub his belly. I rub his third eye and I rub his belly. He's all about abundance and joy. Yeah, you get it. You get it. Which is why they
but
have
it's,
him in the front of Chinese restaurants. It's about
mhm.
abundance.
Yeah. So I think that thank you for sharing your friend, your elf friend. I love that. He's
Yeah.
half elf. I love that.
He is half elf. He really is. He knows what planet he's from. I mean, the guy is phenomenally gifted. Another thing that gives me joy is Monty Python. I
Sorry,
don't know if that's
Monty
Monty
Python.
Python.
Oh yeah,
Do you know?
absolutely,
Yeah, and
absolutely.
the Holy
Are
Grail
we
and
talking
all
about
this
an African
silliness.
swallow or a European swallow?
Right. What is the
Yeah.
number? Da, da, da,
What
da.
What is your favorite color? Red? No,
What is
blue.
your favorite? And then they're like,
Absolutely,
run away
absolutely,
with the man eating
absolutely.
rabbits.
Absolutely. I'm rereading a book that I loved when I was a teenager and that I'd completely forgotten. I read it in French. Now I'm reading it in English, which is The Mists of Avalon by Marion
Oh,
Zimmer Bradley,
yes.
which is all about the Arthurian quest and the
That's a
legend of
classic.
Arthur, etc., but seen from a female perspective. And I
Mm.
can't, because it's a very serious book. And I do have Monty Python's Holy Grail images in my head popping now and then. So it's
There you
like a
go.
telescoping of, this
Yeah.
priestess and serious energy, spiritual thing. And then I have these conflicting images of the Monty Python just silly doing, or the knights who say "neat" or something like that.
Right,
So,
right. Shrubbery, shrubbery.
absolutely a shrewberry. Thank you. That has been so fun talking to you. This is my daily dose of joy. Thank you for bringing it.
Oh, fantastic. I love it. Yeah, you've given me a good start for my day too.
So, just in case anyone's watching this wants to join for more of your amazing stories and 24 other speakers, we are having our summit called Women Lighting the Way next week, December 12th, 13th, and 14th. It's free to join. And we're actually also running a giveaway. You can get a free VIP ticket if you share the information with your friends. So I will put the link for the summit and the VIP below this video. Thank you so much, Mare, for talking with me. I will see you around. Thank you, beautiful listeners. I will see you around too.